can't just pick one. I really enjoyed the It's a Tide ad with David Harbour.
It's a Tide ad.
It's a Tide ad. I'm in a Tide ad.
Nice pants.
That one cracks me up. I have a soft spot for spoof ads and very cinematic ads. So there's that one. I really liked, and this is like the first ad that I can really remember digesting and being like, whoa. It was a Chanel No. 5 ad, and I think it was around Christmas time. And it had this model, and I don't remember the name. She's like walking through, and it's wintertime, and she looks like Little Red Riding Hood, and there's a wolf following her. And then she grabs a bottle of perfume and then turns around and like, that one's very cinematic and just beautifully shot. And again, the fashion, a soft spot for fashion.
There's this one Chobani ad that's animated, and it's all about how we feed people today makes a better tomorrow.
Our job is to plant seeds so our grandkids get to enjoy the fruit.
The way I found it was a video on like solar punk, basically this idea of an outlook on the future that's not negative, that is green and where everyone gets a slice. And then I look it up, the source of the video, and I'm like, this is a Chobani ad? So those kind of artistic ads that you come back to just because it's beautifully made, it sends a beautiful message, but it's also an ad, that's the kind of work that I want to make.
I think my favorite like kind of ads are like the clever and sneaky ones. The ones that like find a loophole and use it to their advantage. A recent example is the surreal cereal ads. The ones that use like celebrity endorsements, but it's not actually celebrities. They just like use names of people that have the same name.
What's your name?
Dwayne
And what's your surname, Dwayne?
Johnson.
It's just super sneaky, and like when you see it, you're like, oh, how did I not think about that? I just love finding loopholes. It's so fun.
It's so silly, but the Geico Hump Day ad where the camel walks into the office and goes, it's Hump Day.
Leslie, guess what today is?
It's Hump Day.
It's just so silly and goofy and simple that I think it works and it's stuck in my head. But what's interesting is that when my dad tells people what I do for a living, he references the Mean Joe Green ad.
Hey,
Wow, thanks, Mean Joe.
So it's really interesting to me like what ads people remember and get stuck in their heads.
My favorite ad of all time, this is so hard, there's so many, but I feel like shout out to, you know, millennials, like we grew up with this PSA and it's probably the House Hippo.
The favorite foods of the House Hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast.
I mean, this is super like cliche as a writer saying this, but like anything that had like a poignant manifest or like piece of writing that just like sticks with you, like PlayStation, Double Life from like late 90s, I think, early 2000s, like that's just like a copywriter's dream to write.
For years I've lived a double life. In the day I do my job, I ride the bus, roll up my sleeves with the hoi polloi. But at night, I live a life of exhilaration.
Of missed heartbeats and adrenaline.
And, if the truth be known,
a life of dubious virtue.
That campaign was like beautifully done. Many things that Nike have done, like their Find Your Greatness work was incredible.
Some people are told they were born with greatness. Some people tell themselves.
You always like the music from when you're a kid, the movies from when you're a kid, like it just stays with you. This I would say would be the ad that made me want to get into advertising. And it was for Maple Leaf, and it was a self-defense class to protect your sandwich. So it has this line in it where they say, back off, get your own sandwich.
Back off, get your own sandwich. And back off, get your own sandwich.
That stayed with me. I thought it was so funny. I thought it had great strategy. Like at the time, I didn't know what strategy was. I was like, this is hilarious. But like teaching people self-defense to protect their best quality meats kind of thing. To this day, I say that line. And I can think of a couple other ads that I still say the line from, but like that one stayed with me forever. So I'd say like easily best ad. New ads are great, love them still, but like at that time, at the age I was at, just like ran home. Didn't make me buy the product, but made me love advertising.